Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2025 Honda Civic Sport Touring and the new Urban Gray Pearl with a black interior. For 2025, Honda has changed up the lineup and changed up some cosmetics and interior goodies on the Civics. The Sport Touring is hybrid only. Previously on the 24, you were only able to get a Touring and it didn't come in hybrid. 1.5 turbo 4-cylinder engine is now gone. If you get an LX or a Sport, it'll be the 2-liter. If you get a Sport Hybrid or the Sport Touring, it'll be the 2-liter with the hybrid powertrain. Starting off with the front fascia, you do have your standard LED headlamps, so LED high beam. The high beam is on the middle and your low beams are going to be on the outside of the headlights. You can see you have the turn signals on. Those are LED. And on the outside, you do have your LED daytime running lights. Fog lights are no longer available on the Civics. It has been replaced with this new bumper design and this new grille design. Urban Gray also replaced Sonic Gray, so you can see the pearl in there. This is a beautiful color. It's a nice addition to the Civic. I'm sure it's going to be a very popular color like how Sonic Gray was. On the lower portion of the bumper, you do have some sensors in the bumper. It is flat black. You do have a bumper curtain as well. And the lower portion, flat black. The middle portion is a gloss black. You have some more sensors in the grille. You have your Honda emblem up front. It is in chrome. And you do have your lower portion of the bumper, which almost looks like a front lip. I like this new design that Honda went with, especially with the grille. Even around the headlights, it's a little bit different as well. The overall proportion of the Civic is the same as 24. They just, like I said, switch up the front and darken up the rear, which you'll see in a minute. You do have these new rim designs on the Touring. I like this design. I do like the previous Touring wheels as well, but this does give you a new look. It's even like a different finish to them as well, which is really nice. I like this combination that Honda went with. These are still 18s, and I think the tires are 235 or 40 walls as well. You heard the engine kick over because it is now a hybrid. Now on the side profile of the 25 Sport Touring, you have black around the window. Your mirrors are gloss black. The lower portion of the mirror is also flat black. You do have an LED turn signal integrated in the side mirror. The wider windshield, you can even see the windshield has been pulled back more compared to the previous generation of the Civic, and these A-pillars are much slimmer to give you better visibility. Because this is a Sport Touring, you do have your sensors up there for your auto windshield wipers. The door handles are body colored, and you can see you have a little body line here, another body line from the hood going all the way to the rear there as well. Overall, it's a nice design. Coming along to the rear of the 25 Sport Touring Civic. Now this is the sedan. You also can get a Sport Touring in a hatchback as well. When I get one, we're gonna do that, of course. Starting up above, you do have a shark fin style antenna that is body colored. You do have your third brake light that looks like it's LED, and you have your combination tail lights. Now for 2025, all Civic will have smoked out tail lights versus the 24. You can see your brake lights are LED, your turn signal is a traditional bulb, and your reverse lights are traditional bulb, and your license plate lights is also LED. I don't know if you guys can see that guy in the sunlight. Civic is in chrome, Honda emblem in chrome. You have your Sport Touring badge, which is in chrome. Now you have a new hybrid badge as well, and I believe you can black all of these out. I remember, I think Touring will stay chrome if you black out the Sport. When we go ahead and build one of these, I'm gonna make sure the accessory still does that, because I know in 24 they did that on the hatchback, which was interesting. On the lower portion of the bumper, you do have your reflectors there, and you have some parking sensors on the bumper as well. No exposed exhaust. So if you look underneath, it's not a dual exhaust. You hear the engine kicked on again. Only the turbo got the dual exhaust. So since there's no more turbo on this guy, you get the single exhaust. Here are the keys for the Sport Touring. It's just like the current key that Honda is using for most of their vehicles. You have lock, you have unlock, you have remote start. You can pop the trunk. And what's cool is the trunk pops all the way because there's a strut built in only on the Sport Touring. If you get anything below this, the trunk will pop and you have to lift it up to open it all the way. You also have a panic button on your fob, and you have a button here to pull out the emergency key that's in the fob. Blind spot monitoring is standard on the Sport, and because you have these smart keys, you do have smart entry. So you can tap these lines right here. It'll lock all the doors. You put your hand in the door handle. It'll unlock the driver door only. And if you put your hand in the passenger door, it will also unlock all the doors. You can go into settings and change it where you put your hand in this door and unlock all the doors. It's now on the rear door handles, but it is on the front Also, before we jump in there, capless fuel filler. When you lock the Civic, it will lock this door, so you don't have a gas cap you have to turn, screw off. Also, let's look at the window sticker. So you can see 2025 hybrid sport touring, urban gray pearl with a black interior. One reason why you probably want a sport touring hybrid is 50 city, 47 highway, 49 miles per gallon combined, and this thing makes 200 horsepower. Let's look at the door card. You have soft touch up here, some piano black right there, soft touch there, soft touch where you rest your elbow. Yes, everything's real soft, which is really nice. You do have auto up down only for the front windows, but power for the rear, you have to hold it. I love this material that they use. I'm glad it's not piano black. I love the door handle material that they use as well. You do have storage underneath, little bottle holder storage. There's a button you use to pop open the trunk. The driver's seat on the Sport Touring is an 8-way power adjustment. There's no lumbar. If you want lumbar, you have to get an Integra. So you have forward, you have back, you have up, you have down. You can tilt the seat too with this top part right here, up and down, and then you can adjust the seat forward and back as well. The passenger side will be a 4-way power adjustment, so forward and back, and then the seat forward and back. There's no up and down. Let's jump in here because it is a hot day and I am sweating. I'm dying. So let's get in here, close up the door. Welcome to your Civic. Hold the button, push button starts behind the steering wheel, kind of hidden back there. Foot and brakes. Oh man, let's get some air in here because I am gonna turn into a Cheeto. So on the left side of the steering wheel, you do have an air vent over here surrounded by some gloss black. You can open and close it. You do have your dimmer switch there. You have your traction control on and off down there, and some blank buttons down here. I'm sure for different markets, you have more features than we get here in the States. On your pedals down here, you do have sport pedals for the gas and brake. Dead pedal is traditional plastic. It is a manual adjustment right here to adjust the steering wheel. So you pull that down and you can go in and out, up and down. So you can customize it how you want it. Steering wheel is leather wrapped, and I like how it's a mixture of some silver portion here, some piano black here. It's just like the steering wheel that's in the 24, so it should be very familiar. Now you do have next track, previous, volume, voice command, and you have a toggle here for the left side of the screen because full digital display. Things like a 10.3 or 10.2 inch display, cockpit display here. On the right side, you have your cruise options. So you have cruise on and off, cancel, resume, set, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist. This wheel will control this right side of the pod. You do have a minus and plus, and that's not paddle shifters. That's adjusting your regenerative braking. So you can have more, I think 4 different levels you can adjust, which is cool. On your headlights right down here, you have auto, parking, and on and off. No more fog lights, that's gone. And on your wipers, you have off auto because you have rain sensing windshield wipers low and high. Now the gauge here is a little bit different because now on the left side over here, you have a battery, and on this right side is going to be your fuel, and you have a little bit more options on your pods here as well. So instead of this being a tachometer on the left side, it's actually a power gauge there, and if you use the left wheel there, you can view your different sources. So AM, FM, phone, USB, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa, and so on and so on. I'm gonna hit back because we're not really messing with that. You do have a digital speedometer in the middle, and you still have your analog style speedometer on the right side as well. And if you use this right wheel, then we can go through the options there. This is new for 25, which is a power flow because this is a hybrid. So this is going to show you if the battery is being charged. Is your engine charging the battery? Is the battery operating the wheels? Is your engine operating the wheel? You can see exactly what's going on in this power flow gauge. You have your range and fuel, which will show you 439 miles, and this is not a it's a full tank, but the car has been driven 15 miles, so you can probably get almost 500 miles out of a full tank on a Civic, which is crazy. But you have your engine speed and then navigation. If there's no destination in there, it will just be a compass. Your driver attention level, who have their seatbelts on, oil life, your safety support feature. So here you can turn on and off the road departure mitigation, the blind spot information system, low speed braking control. This is only on sport touring, where if you're driving, I think, below 3 miles per hour and you're gonna bump into a wall or back into a car, it'll actually brake your car before you bump into anything, which is cool. Parking sensors on and off. Only sport touring get this feature. collision mitigation braking system on and off as well. So you get a little bit more Honda safety features on this guy versus the sports hybrid. And then you can have no content. Yeah, no content, so you can show nothing. The nothing menu also is where you change your distance or your speed from miles per hour to kilometers. You go to Mexico or Canada or something like that. You can customize the display. You can hide and show different apps that you don't want to show on here. You can also change the gauge design, where you can change it to bar, where instead of it being round, it'll be up and down, which is a cool feature. And then minimal will show less features as well. I'm gonna leave it on round. Let's get out of this menu, get out of here. And there are your two options in your custom display, and back to the power flow. So some customization, which is nice to have on your Civic. Now the 9-inch touchscreen display over here is standard on the Sport Touring. If you get a Sport Hybrid, Sport or LX, it'll be the smaller 7-inch display. And because you get the 9-inch, what's new for 2025 is Google built in. So now this whole UI is based on Google, but that's only on the Sport Touring. So because you have Google built in, you have Google Maps built into the car, which is cool. You don't have to use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay to get to it. You can use it, they're built in directly into your car, which is a nice touch, which is a nice upgrade to the UI. I love the Google built in. And because you have Google built in, you can do things like, hey Google, turn on my heated seats. Google, just turn on my heated seats. Hey Google, turn off my heated seats. You also could say things like open my garage, call this person. It's a cool feature. It's nice to have. Honda's been slowly adding it to most of their vehicles, starting the Accord, and we're getting it in more of our vehicles. And because you have Google built in, you also have a Play Store, so you can download different apps to your system as well, which is nice. You have phone, you have FM, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it is wireless on the Sport Touring. If you get a Sport Hybrid, pretty much if you get anything with the 7-inch display, it's still wired. You have to plug your phone in. Sport Touring also will give you Alexa, which is nice, and Google Assistant, which I was just using. And then you have vehicle settings. I love this new UI layout. It looks really nice. You have shortcuts on the left side instead of having shortcuts at the bottom, which is cool, and this is customizable. And you have general settings. Now you have profile settings. So you can actually add multiple different profiles to your Civic. So for example, you can go in here and add a new profile if you wanted to. If you're the owner, write your name and sign in into your Gmail account, which is nice. You have power flow here, which if you don't want to view it on here, you can just view it on here, which is super nice. And like I said, you have your range, and this has your battery meter as well, so you can see how charged your battery is, or you can just look over here. Go back to home, and you have Bluetooth audio down here, trip computer, USB, AM's tucked away here, system updates, Wi-Fi hotspot. So now hotspot is built into the Civics now, which is nice, but only on the Sport Touring. You have your clock there. You have the new Honda Link system. Now you can have remote on the Civic. The 24 Civics did not have this, where you can start your car from your phone. You can lock your car from your phone. You can, the alarm is going off, it'll alert you from your phone, which is nice. So the upgraded Honda Link is only in the Sport Touring. You have the compass, you have display mode, and then all your apps as well. And the screen is the same screen as 24, but just having the newer Google UI, it makes the experience just that much better. Now you do have hard buttons on the left side here, so home, back, volume knob, next track, previous. They still have physical buttons, so it's not this full touchscreen, but I love the update. Now on your vent display here, Civics came out with this new design back in 22, still carry on all the way to 25, and you can control your vents here, hazard button there, piano black here, which I'm not a big fan of, but at least it's not all over the car. You do have heated seats, high, medium, and low, high, medium, and low, and you have dual zone. The Sport Hybrid also will give you heated seats, but it's cloth. This will be leather, which is nice. And like I told you, it's perforated in the middle. Now you do have your air circulation auto. You have your modes, front defrost, fan speed on and off for the whole system, heated side mirrors, heated back glass, AC on and off, sync on and off. You can turn sync off, and this person can have their own temperature while you have your temperature. If you're by yourself, turn sync on. Below that, you have two USB-Cs. Now, USB-C is standard on the Civic now. USB-A is gone, and you have a power outlet right next to that as well. And what's standard on the Sport Touring is a wireless phone charger. And I believe you can add this as an, I don't know if you can add an accessory. When we go and build one in the brochure, I'll double check. You do have a leather wrap shift knob that matches the steering wheel, which is nice. And then you have park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Put in reverse, you do have your traditional backup camera here. No 360 backup camera, but you do have Honda multi-link backup camera. You have a wide angle there. You have your normal view there, and then you have looking directly down there, cross traffic on and off, and you can make it smaller so you can have the radar and have the backup camera as well, and change the brightness. I love that they use this material instead of piano black for the center console. It's textured as well, but it won't like scratch as easy as the piano black or show as much dust. You do have your drive mode, and what's new for the Sport Touring is individual mode. So actually I'll show you on here. So let me zoom in there. You have normal, you have Econ, you have Sport, and individual. And with individual, you're able to customize your drive. So for example, let's go to customize, and you could change your powertrain, your steering, even the engine sound. I think that's the pumped in audio though, and then your gauge, which is nice. So you can have normal or sport, or even Econ for the powertrain, and then normal sport. That's actually a cool feature that they have. That's something that the Integra had that the Civics never had, but now Honda added that in the Civics. Because this is a hybrid, you do not need to have the auto engine defeat button here anymore, because it's seamless now with the hybrid. You don't even notice it as much as versus the 1.5 that we had. Electronic park and brake. You do have brake hold, so you can keep the car in drive. Seatbelt is on, and take your foot off the brake while you're waiting, which is a cool feature. You have your cup holders here. Look like they're standard size, nothing too crazy. You have your armrest here that is soft touch, really soft touch, feels good to the elbow. And in here you have a little coin tray and storage, and that's pretty much it. Let's close that guy up. You do have your glove box over here. Now the glove box is not lockable, but it is damp, open slowly. It's not lined with felt, but it is a bend style. And above your touchscreen display, you do have an auto-dimming rear view mirror, but Honda went with the route like the CR-V and the Accord, where HomeLink is no longer a standard. You have to add HomeLink as an accessory. So if that's something that you really love, you get a 24 before you can't, because it'll have the HomeLink built in. You have to add it as an accessory. Now your interior lightings are LED, which are nice throughout the whole cabin, and you do have your moonroof controls here. Touring will give you a power moonroof. Pull that guy back, it opens all the way. There is no panoramic moonroof available on the Civic, and if you push it straight up, it can also ventilate straight up as well. Close that back because it's too hot for a moonroof right now, but it's nice that you had that standard. And now you have I don't think the 24 didn't have this, the SOS. So you have the emergency button there. You can press that to call contact for any type of emergency. Someone is looking suspicious, you're getting robbed, someone got hit by a car or something like that. You can speak to an operator right there on the spot. You have your sunglass holder as well. The roof liner is black, and it's like I don't know what you even call the material, but it feels good to the hand. You have your sun visor here, which not LED lighting, but at least they give you a lighting with the glass. I think the passenger side is the same, and it is the same. So you have that guy, light and glass, which is a nice touch. We are gonna jump out of here, take a look at the back seat, because you're gonna have your rear passengers back there. Now this is how wide the rear door is open. And on the rear door, hard touch, gloss black down here, or piano black. This is soft touch, up here is hard, and this is it's not as soft as the front, but it's soft, but not that soft. I like that they carry over this textured material. Door handle as well too, window switch, and you have a bottle holder and a little bit of storage back there as well. I do have the front seat all the way back, so I'll show you guys how much room you have. The rear seats are perforated too, which is nice. That mimics the front. And then let's jump in back here. Now I'm 5'10", and I have the seat all the way back, and I still have inches behind my person. Well, behind my seat position. So I give you an idea how much legroom you do get in the Civic. It's pretty spacious. The Civic is one of the spacious back seats you can get in the class. One thing I don't like is there's no air vents and no USB ports at all. So you don't get that on the Civic, and no mat pocket behind the driver. There's one behind the passenger. And you do get fold down armrest back here with cup holders, and this is soft touch where you rest your elbow. You do have LED lighting back here as well. Take a look at the cargo space. The trunk will open all the way on a Sport Touring because there is a strut that actually raises up the rear trunk. Oh yes, right here you can actually see it, which is nice. Now you get standard floor mats, carpet floor mats. You can add all weathers if you want through accessory. You get a front license plate bracket there. And underneath the load floor, you do get some additional storage and a flat fix kit. The hybrids do not come with a spare tire. So Sport Hybrid and Sport Touring Hybrid does not come with a spare tire. Then LX and the regular Sport that has the 2-liter non-hybrid will come with a spare tire. Now the wheel well is still in here, so I'm assuming, look at that, even the little piece, I dropped this, even the little piece where you screw the spare tire off is still in there. So I'm assuming you can still get a spare tire and put in here. People was wondered why manufacturers, especially on hybrids, don't put in a spare tire. Is because they're chasing the high MPGs and they try to cut weight somehow, but not so much where the drive quality is horrible. Like a spare tire, you can save some weight. Now the rear seats can fold down split, and it's like a 60/40, so you can pull down to drop down that portion, and you can pull this guy to drop down that portion there. We're gonna jump out of here, look at the trim walk, and build one of these guys. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. So I got the 2025 Honda Civic Sedan trim walk. So we're gonna jump right into the touring. You guys know LX is the base model. Sport's right above that. You have the new Sport Hybrid, and now we have the Civic Sport Touring Hybrid Sedan. But now the Touring is gone, and all you have is Sport Touring in the Sedan. The Sport Touring is going to give you all the Sport Hybrid features, and this is what it adds. You have a 4-mode drive system, ECON, normal, sport, and individual. You have the perforated leather trim seats. You have the driver's seat with 8-way power adjustment, front passenger seat with 4-way power adjustment. It's like so much goodies you get in the Touring. I love the Touring model. The 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster, the 9-inch color touchscreen with volume knob and customizable settings. Google built-in, game changer. Honda Link subscription services, game changer because you get remote now. Wi-Fi hotspot capability. You get the Bose premium sound system with 12 speakers, including subwoofer. I was looking for Sirius XM, I couldn't find it. So it says Sirius XM, but I couldn't even find it. HD radio. You have a wireless phone charger. You have the wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, automatic dimming rearview mirror, but you have to add HomeLink now. It's crazy, but it's still better than the Integra. The Integra, you can't even get HomeLink. It's crazy. Rain sensing windshield wipers, heated gloss black power side mirrors with integrated LED turn indicators, parking sensors front and back, Honda sensing feature, low speed braking control, Honda sensing feature, and you get the unique 18-inch machine finish alloy wheels with matte pewter gray inserts. So let's jump in and build one up. Here's all 4 of your models, but we're gonna jump into the Sport Touring. And look at that, 200 horsepower from a 2-liter 4-cylinder 2-motor hybrid system. And this guy's gonna get you 50 city, 47 highway, 49 combined. Crazy, fully loaded. You get 200 horsepower. And I don't know, they don't tell you the torque on here, but the torque is about like 235 foot-pound torque, something like that. Anyways, I drove, I didn't get to drive this urban gray model because this thing sold right away. Thing is gone, not available. But we had a meteorite gray that actually is the same color of this picture that I drove. And this is the best driving Civic, like regular Civic, not the SI and the Type R, just regular Civics. The Touring is the best hybrid is the best driving Civic I've ever had so far. I've ever driven so far. Like, it's just a good powertrain. You guys gotta drive one. Also on the Touring, the Sport Touring, Honda made the interior quieter than the Sport and the LX and the regular Sport. They have more sound deadening in it, and it's just a nice premium car. Like, you guys just gotta check it out. You gotta drive it. I'm gonna try to do a day in the life with one of these, so you guys can get an idea. It's a new segment I started on the channel. Hope you guys enjoying it. I started with the MDX, but let's just jump in. Let's build one up. All right, so you go to the design, and you have crystal black pearl, which only comes with black leather interior. You have meteorite gray metallic, which you can get black leather interior and gray leather interior. So it's nice that Honda gave you gray and not just black. You have rally red, which only comes in black leather interior. You have solar silver, which is also a new color for the lineup for 25. It's very similar to lunar silver. It's just lighter. If you've seen lunar silver and solar silver, you probably wouldn't even know the difference. But that comes with black leather interior. You have the new blue lagoon pearl. I did a walk around on this color. Beautiful color. I love how this color looks. And you have the option between black or gray leather interior. And you have platinum white pearl, which you can choose between gray or black. And then you have the Urban Gray Pearl, which only comes in black leather interior. So the Blue Lagoon, Platinum White Pearl, and Urban Gray, there is a premium charge for the color, $455. Let's take a look at the wheels. Now, I looked at these wheels when I did the LX video, the Sport video, and the Sport Hybrid. I love how these look. Like these, if I were to buy this generation, I had to add these wheels. Clean, look at it. It looks clean. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. The touring wheels are actually okay. They're not the best looking wheels in the world, but the optional 18s, these are fire. Like Honda did a thing when they designed those wheels. But look at the packages. So you have all season package 1, 2, and then protection package. Okay, pretty simple. They condense the packages a little bit, and then you have engine block heater for interior. You have all season floor mats, cargo hook, cargo net. Your basic pretty much protection stuff you can add on your Civic. And for exterior, you get body side molding. I do not like this deck lid spoiler. I like the SI's spoiler. This thing, not a big fan. Also, there's no more HPD package. You can add HPD things, but they're like separate. There's no package in one, which is interesting. I'm assuming not enough people bought the package, so Honda just got rid of it. I don't know. But I love the door visors. So yeah, so when you black out, you can black out the Civic, you can black out the emblem, you can even black out the hybrid. But when you black out the Sport Touring badge, it's only Sport, not the Touring. The hatchback was the same thing in the previous generation. Not sure in the current generation too of hatchbacks why they don't let you black out Touring. But yeah, it is what it is. Rear bumper applique, splash guard sets. So here you go. You can piece these separate. These are technically the HBD kit, but I guess you can't get the whole kit by itself. You just add those separate, and that's pretty much it. So hold on. I did not see an auto dimming rear view, not auto dimming rear view mirror. I didn't see home link. They did this on the Integra too. You cannot add a home link on the Integra. You can't add home link on the Civic. You can't add a home link on the HRV. Like, what is going on? Now, what I think Honda wants you to do is to use, I guess, MyQ is what I'm assuming. And technically, you can use that in your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and have home link like built into your app. But there's no like physical buttons. That's interesting. So let's take a look. Did I even choose the right color? Yeah, I did. Okay, so the base price is $31,750, and Urban Gray Pearl is $455 with destination handling. You add $33,300. So for $33,000, you get almost 500 miles of range on a full tank, 200 horsepower. You get about 235 foot-pound of torque. It's like two something. It's like 230 something. If I'm not mistaken, or 220 something foot-pound of torque. 49 mpg combined, and then you're getting Bose, wireless CarPlay, Google built in, remote Honda Link. Like, it's crazy. Parking sensors. Like, I don't know. This is a crazy package. Like, I feel like when the 22 first came out, I saw what the Touring had. I bought one. So I had a 22 Sedan Touring. It was black on black. Got it for my wife, and we loved that car. And I thought that was loaded, and then Honda just put the little cherry on top with this guy. On that Touring, though, I did have home link built in. I did have the physical buttons. I didn't have to add it as an accessory. It was there. But I guess this is just kind of the route Honda is going. So drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about the Touring, Sport Touring. I keep saying Touring. Sport Touring, Sedan, Civic. I'm going to do the hatchbacks once I get some 25 hatchbacks. But I think, overall, it's a good-looking car. Some people, I think the older crowd that like to have the chrome around the window and the chrome door handles and not like the black mirrors and stuff like that, probably won't like it this as much. But unlike the Sport, at least they don't give you the blacked out wheel. They give you like these like the gray inserts with the silver. Like it still looks classy. Even the Civic and the Honda emblem is all in chrome, so it's not all blacked out. So I think some people are really going to enjoy the Civic, but I really feel like the biggest thing, though, is the drive. The hybrids drive so good. You guys got to drive one. Go drive one, especially Sport Touring. The Sport Touring is quieter than the Sport Hybrid, and it feels so premium. But anyways, I'm going to end everything here. I hope you enjoyed the walk around. Drop a comment below. Let's talk about the Civic. Tell me what you think. I'll catch you in the next walk around.